Hello, my friends. I hope you're doing well. Today, I'm going to take you behind the scenes of my CEO Sunday planning routine. I'm going to show you how I map out my week, how I know what to focus on, how I prioritize the running list of to-dos down into 3 important tasks so that you can also do the same in your business. So if this is something you're interested in watching, then keep on watching. I like to start my days with a workout just like I would on a weekday, only I will sleep in without the alarm. So usually that means I'm up by 7 or 8. I'll do my workout and I'll link the online gym that I use below. I've actually been following her for probably over a decade and have been doing these body weight workouts at home, which I love. And of course, Milo always loves to join me to be a spectator in my morning routine. Once I'm done my workout, I will have a bath or a shower. I'll light up one of the Magic Candle Company candles because I love the way they smell and they have such cool names, and it just helps me to set the vibe. And once I'm done, I'll get ready. I'll probably make a quick smoothie and I'll bring everything down to the dining room to prepare for my CEO Sunday routine because that table's a lot bigger and has a lot more space than my desk in my office. So I love to use the Passion Planner because it has the month at a glance and it also has an entire week across one spread. And I tend to be somebody that wants to look back and forth between the entire month and my current week. So I just use these cute little bow tie paper clips and I'll clip it together like that so it's easy for me to flip back and forth. So one thing that I'll do is I will make my calls all color coded. So there are these calls that I actually fill in the planner week to week as soon as they're booked. So you can see here that I already have bookings and it's like that throughout the rest of the planner because I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. And even though those notifications are on my digital calendar, I find it a lot easier to be able to look at it on paper in front of me. So I'll go ahead and color them all in. And I love these watercolor pencils. I use them to color code my entire weekly planner, and that way it's just a whole lot easier to see at a glance when I'm available and when I'm not available. Typically I would do a little bit of a nicer job, but right now I have the camera over my shoulder, so it's a little bit awkward, but you get the idea. Whatever other tasks I need to do for the rest of the week has to fit into the other more open gaps. I'll also go ahead and color in any personal meetings that I have. So stuff like doctor's appointments or stuff like that, I will block them off and they are also color coded. I will usually create a visual delineation between my morning time and my kind of daily morning routine and my work day, and also kind of when my work day sort of ends. And I'll also add a little line there. And these are not, hard and fast rules, but it just helps me to remind myself to really put time aside for self-care, and also B, really become intentional of the time that I do have available so that I'm not putting other tasks into the rest of my day. I'll make sure that my personal time is all color-coded the same, and then that way it also visually gives me a sense of peace and calm when I can see how much personal time I really do have. Now this is where I really get to work. Once my general week has been blocked out with the things that cannot move and shift, I'm now going to look at my 3 objectives for this quarter and map it out into the spaces remaining. So for me, the number one action or outcome that I want from my business is growth. And so what I'm going to be doing is connecting with my existing and new audiences, posting on social media, and that sort of thing. So growth gets to be blocked out in my calendar. And the second category that's kind of related to growth is content creation. I know that as a business owner, I need time set aside to come up with new offers, to come up with new content, to shoot and edit blog videos. And so that is a significant part of my day and week that I will set aside. And the final block is for client work and team. So I want to make sure that I have enough blocks that are open, that I can work on my client work without interruption, and as well as block off any time that I need to refine systems or have team meetings. So what I do for growth and connection, and this shifts but is working for me really well right now, is I will block off between 3 and 4 p.m. to solely do just that. So it will be connecting on my social media. It will be reaching out to contacts. It might be reaching out to past clients. Any sort of connecting type task is allotted here. So for me right now, I use parts of the weekends actually to do my content creation. So Saturdays, I'll just put something like content creation, or I'll just leave it blank because that's kind of my default thing to go to. And then on Sundays, I'm also making sure that I block off time for a CEO Sunday, but I don't really write it in my planner anymore because it's just become such a big part of how I operate. Now, I'm also not using my entire weekend for content creation or business planning. It's because I don't really follow a strict schedule on the weekends. Sometimes I feel like doing it in the morning. Sometimes I'll do it later in the day. Sometimes I'll just do a tiny bit. And so I just kind of leave those days open, but knowing that I'll be undisturbed to do important things like that. We want to color in our growth section too, just so that it looks cohesive, although I'm not doing the greatest coloring job this time. Usually I'll pull the notebook really close to me and be really delicate with my pencil crayons and coloring, but it's a little harder with the camera in the way. So I hope this gives you an idea anyways of kind of how I do it. And then finally, we have some client workspace. So I typically book my calls on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And so on Mondays is a lot of when I like to do my team and kind of client work stuff. So I won't per se write that in because I already know on Monday I'm going to be doing team stuff. But on Thursday or Wednesday, these are two big blocks that I can now use for client work. And then on Friday, I actually try not to book anything on Fridays. What I do is I leave it a flex Friday. So in that way, if I ever have things that I want to catch up on, my schedule isn't so jam-packed. I have a whole day that I can go and catch up on things if I need to, or if I wanted to create content on Fridays and then still have the rest of my weekend open. So once I have my entire week mapped out, I am looking at the top 3 goals that I want to achieve this week. And I always make sure that they're very specific and tangible. So for instance, this week is to shoot and edit my CEO Sunday video, and that is a non-negotiable. And then I also have my client work and my offerings behind the scene. So those are the 3 tasks that are top priority for this week. There's also this cool space of infinite possibility that they have on the passion planners, which is just like a blank space. I will make it kind of homage to whatever I'm working on this week. So, right now I'm working on making more connections and getting podcast interviews and being a guest expert. So I'm actually writing down blocks and of people that I'm connecting with and are booking interviews with. And that just helps me to have a visual cue of where I'm at with my goals as well. And that helps me to really stay on top of things. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found this helpful. Let me know if you had any questions at all. Just tell me in the comments below. And if you have other ideas for things that you would like to see and learn on this channel, definitely let me know below in the comments as well. In the meantime, come hang out with me on Instagram. That's where you'll find me sharing more tips and resources to help you grow your business with video. I cannot wait to see you there.